Hey, what's up everybody? This is Cameron Snow with Danomics. So if you would like to make cool looking 3D displays like this with your structure grids or slice views like this in Danomics, we'll need to use a structure gridding flow to do that. Um, and this is a really cool flow for a couple reasons. This is not a standard gridding of tops. It considers all your tops at the same time and resolves any inconsistencies or conflicts. It also handles pinch outs, truncations, things like that. So if you have complex relationships between your formations, this is the tool for you. So let me show you what this flow looks like. So we're going to come over here, and I've already made a flow called our structure grid flow. Now, if you've never made a flow before, remember you do this by going File, New, Flow, and then you can click here on the New icon here, and that will allow you to select the tools that need to be added. So this structure gridding flow, it only utilizes a handful of tools here. I've actually got a couple of optional tools in here. So we're going to start with a points input, and we are going to point it to our tops file. So we're going to grab the tops for the area that we want to grid. I have a couple of optional tools in here. I have a point select tool where I'm filtering by the formation here. So I only want to select the major formation tops I'm going to use here. That's all I want to grid. I didn't want to grid a bunch of my subzones or tops that I haven't finished doing my correlations on yet. So these are the ones that I will be gridding. I'm also filtering this down to wells with logs here using another point select. So I'm selecting these by points file, and I've already made this file of my wells with logs. I'm doing this because I imported a bunch of tops, and some of them I haven't been able to thoroughly QC because I don't have the logs on those, and so I want to restrict what I'm using for my gridding. We then use a tops to TVD tool, and this is because I do have some deviated wells in here. So I wanted to bring in my deviation surveys. Even if you don't have deviation surveys, you need to use this tops to TVD tool because this is also where we bring in the information about our well headers. This is essentially the tool that puts your tops in XYZ space. I'll then end by using a tops to structure grid tool, and this is the tool that does the gridding, and we have a number of options in here for the gridding method. You can do kriging, inverse distance, or splining. You can set whether or not you want a number of cells or a specific cell size. And we have some options down here for doing things like debugging, but this is also where you can come in and add per well options. So for example, if you had a pinch out, you could say, hey, the clear fork pinches out downwards against the formation below it, for example. That's not the case, so I'm going to remove that here. And then we end up with a grid output where we write the structure grid. And all you have to do is run that flow, and after you run it, you can check out the jobs log here. It will tell you, the order of your tops. It'll tell you if any tops have been removed, and it will give you some information about the quality of the fit in here. Like, hey, how far off were your tops from, what was expected? And we can see in most cases, our tops were all within, very, very small amounts. So within, less than a tenth of a foot um, of our expected value. So we didn't have to do much on the reconciliation of our tops there. And then once you have this, that is what you can display here in the 3D window, in the map view, or in our 2D projection view. All right, if you'd like to start doing this in your workflows, why don't you give us a shout at sales@danomics.com. Happy interpreting.